Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kristen and today we are transforming this thrifted dresser that I found for just $20. I'm so excited. This dresser is going to be part of my upcoming room makeover. I really wanted a piece that I could work on and transform into something really custom and unique. So this is definitely the perfect piece. Long story short, this dresser was priced at $50. I took the measurements, came home, kind of thought about it, mapped out what it would look like in the space. By the time I got back to the store, they reduced it to $19.99. So I got the dresser for 20 bucks and I'm so excited about it. I love an easy, quick, affordable DIY with minimal tools. So that's what this is gonna be. If you love finding thrifted furniture pieces and wanna learn how to transform them as well, I hope this video gives you some ideas. Before we get started, I wanna give a huge thank you to Wayfair for sponsoring today's video. You may know Wayfair as the go-to place to find all styles of furniture for your home, but you may not know about their YouTube channel. They just launched a brand new series called A Style is Born on the Wayfair YouTube channel, and it is an amazing deep dive into each design style. They break down the design styles, the history, the drama, the technology that really help birth these styles in a very easy to follow, fun way.
You've seen this style of furniture everywhere. This chair, this TV stand, this table. Their name, mid-century modern.
This episode, all about the mid-century modern style, is the first episode of the series. So if you're working on any makeovers in your home or shopping for some new furniture pieces, definitely check out A Style is Born before you get shopping so you get a better understanding of what style would work in your home. A Style is Born is not the only show they're launching on the Wayfair channel. They're also launching even more content like the Slow Build series. This is such a unique show. Think ASMR meets interior design with satisfying furniture assembly, design tasks, room setups with beautiful style shots and amplified sounds. So definitely go subscribe and check out all of the amazing new content over on the Wayfair YouTube channel. I will leave the link to their channel linked down below in the description box. Now let's get into this DIY thrift flip. I'm Kristen, interior designer and home decor expert. I'm sharing all of my designer tips and tricks with you to help transform your house into the home of your dreams through DIY projects, affordable home decor, styling tips, and home organization. If I can do it, you can too. Let's make our homes look and feel their best. So this is the current state of the dresser. I just quickly changed the two drawers on the bottom there because they were put on wrong, and now the shape really flows nicely there. I just love the shape of this dresser. The stain job on it is not very good, but that's going to be changing. There is no back of the dresser for some reason, but I think that's fine. It's gonna be up against the wall. And as you can see, there are just so many knobs, so I can't wait to change those to really simplify the look of it. It's in pretty good condition. There are some small scratches at the top, but with just a little sanding and paint, I think we can totally bring this back to life. As I mentioned, we are going to be painting this dresser, and I'm doing something I've never done before. I'm using Fusion mineral paint, and I hear that this paint is very easy to work with. There's very little prep involved, and it dries in a nice kind of hard shellac matte finish. So it's wipeable, it's durable, but you still get that really pretty matte look, and you don't need a top coat. So that sounds like an easy paint job to me. I'm all in for a quick, easy makeover, and I think this is really gonna help make it happen. I chose Sacred Sage because you guys know I'm all about the sage green. It's kind of my accent color I use all around the house in different ways. So for the bedroom, we're gonna be doing a sage dresser, and I think it's gonna be so pretty. All right, first things first, let's remove all of the hardware from the dresser. I can't believe that there are 18 knobs on this one dresser. That is just too many, but we're gonna be keeping all of the knobs, putting them in a little Ziploc bag so that I could potentially use them in the future. If you're ever working on a project like this, I think keep all of the hardware because you could always use it for a future project. Now I do want this piece to be durable and last, so I'm going to be sanding it down just a little bit with 120 grit sandpaper just to remove some of that shine and some of the existing finish. The stain pretty much falls right off as soon as you start sanding, and we're not trying to remove the stain completely, we're just trying to rough up the wood so the paint can grip onto it nicely. it totally smoothed out all of the scratches and it's taking off that shine. So this is gonna give us a good base to start priming and painting. If you're ever doing a project like this, you know the prep work takes the longest, but it's always worth it. You'll end up with a more durable finish in the end if you put that time in. So this was just a light sanding. There was a ton of stain dust left behind after, so I just gave it a nice wipe down with a dry and damp cloth just to take off a lot of that existing stain. Now that the dresser is all sanded and wiped clean, we're gonna start priming it. And I'm gonna be using the Zinsser Bullseye 123 primer. I use this primer on all of my IKEA furniture when I'm painting it, so it adheres very well to pretty much any surface, and it's just gonna make sure that we cover all that stain and have a good base for our paint. This step is not required when using Fusion mineral paint, but because this is a darker stain that was on there and I'm going with a lighter finish, I just wanted to make sure that the paint looked as nice as possible, and primer always helps do that. This is a very sticky primer and it goes on very thick, so I think it's just going to add more durability to this piece. I'm just putting it on with a regular paintbrush just to get that layer on there. I'm not looking for full coverage here or anything super smooth. I'm just making sure that I have that added layer. All right, so I've got the dresser and all of the drawer fronts primed. I'm gonna let this dry overnight so we can come back tomorrow and get the paint color on. If you're ever painting furniture and you're not sure, do I prime or not prime? I'd say just always prime. It always makes sure that the paint adheres better, it goes on smoother, and you get a nicer coverage. All right, I'm back for day 2. All of the primer is now dry, so we can get started on painting. I'm gonna try and do majority of the painting using a foam roller. That way we don't get any brush lines and strokes. We'll get a more smooth, even finish using this. Wow, a little bit of this paint definitely goes a long way. It spreads easily, it doesn't dry too quickly, and it's not too thick. I've used chalk paint in the past when I was painting a dresser before, and it's definitely thicker, harder to work with, and I think this is a better alternative now. So I'm now a big fan. I'm loving this color and doing a second coat all over just to really get that nice full coverage. All right, so I've got the second coat on the dresser drawer fronts. I also did a second coat on the dresser, and I still have half a container of paint left. All right, the paint is all dry. I put the dresser back together and I'm loving it in this color. I feel like it just brings out the details that much more. Now we're gonna be doing some hardware changes. I found this hardware on Amazon and it's this pretty antique brass. I feel like the style and finish of it really works with the dresser. It kind of modernizes it a little bit, but you also have that nice traditional look. So I decided we're doing pulls and then we're switching these to single knobs. This was kind of a last minute decision, so I probably should have done all this way before painting, but we're gonna fill these holes in, repaint the front, and put a new hole in the middle for our single knob. Changing up the hardware on any furniture piece like this is the easiest thing you can do to make a big change, and adding this hardware is just going to make all the difference. I love that it actually accentuates the vintage style of this piece, so I think it's absolutely perfect. The center part of this dresser is kind of set back a little bit, so I think enhancing that detail with a different hardware option is a great idea. So I'm finding the center of each drawer, marking it so that that's going to be our new center drilling point for our new hardware. Before I do that, I'm filling in all of the existing holes with some wood filler, letting that dry so we can sand it and repaint. Now technically you should be doing this before you start painting your dresser, but This was a last minute change. I was going to do pulls and then I switched it to the single knob. So we're doing this all after. We're kind of going backwards in the steps a little bit here, but I'm just sanding down this wood filler enough so that it feels completely smooth and we get a seamless look when we start painting over top of it. Now going back to that center point we made, I'm drilling a hole that fits my new hardware screw perfectly. So finding that dot on every single drawer and creating that new hole. Now to refinish off those drawer fronts, I'm pouring out a tiny bit of paint to repaint the drawer fronts and go right over top of that wood filler. This is probably one of my favorite little changes we made to this dresser. Just bringing in that center knob instead of two knobs on one dresser drawer front looks so much better. I'm just finishing off this dresser with some simple styling, a little lamp, and decorative pieces just to bring it all together. All right, I'm all done making my changes to the dresser and I just love the way it looks. It's exactly what I was looking for my bedroom, so I feel so lucky to have found this dresser for only $20. So I hope this little dresser transformation inspires you to thrift some furniture as well, make some changes, and turn it into a brand new piece for your home. All right, let's check out what this new and improved thrifted $20 dresser looks like now. Thank you so much again to Wayfair for sponsoring this video. So that's it for today's DIY thrift flip. I hope you guys enjoyed watching and I hope this inspires you to go thrifting for some furniture and transform those pieces into beautiful pieces for your home. Let me know down below in the comments if you've ever thrifted a furniture piece like this and gave it a little bit of a makeover. If you enjoyed watching, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up and hit that like button, and make sure you guys are subscribed to my channel so you don't miss the upcoming videos. I can't wait to pull this entire room design together using my new thrifted dresser. So make sure you guys stay tuned for the upcoming bedroom makeover. Click that red subscribe button down below and make sure you guys have your notifications turned all the way on so you're first to see the next video. Love you guys so much and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!